I am not teaching, I am publicly learning. But hi and welcome to Learning for the Life in the UK test at 557 while doing shoulder impingement training. And if you participate in the shoulder impingement training, that is at your own risk. No, what are we doing? We did literature in the last part, and we already did all that. So here's nothing for us. Then the next thing will be the flowers. Let's do now the flower video. Okay, there are the countries of the UK, and each of them has their own individual rows. We already did that in the architecture video, but we wanted as a singular video. And the four flowers are England, the rose, Wales, the daffodil, Scotland, the thistle, and Northern Ireland, the shamrock. And on the nation saints' days they are worn. So all these four regions have their own saint. These are St. George in England, St. Andrew in Scotland, St. David in Wales, and St. Patrick in Northern Ireland. And on these days, so in England, there are these flowers worn. In England, this day is the 23rd April, St. George Day, and now the rose could be worn. In Scotland is the 30th November. I'm going to look it up. But it is 30th November. 30th November, okay. In Scotland, the 30th November, St. Andrew's Day, and in Wales it is the 1st March, St. David, and in Scotland the thistle, and in Wales the daffodil, and Northern Ireland on the 17th March, the shamrock. Okay, I have a second camera, and I'm going to start it now. And now I try to say it all for people who are from the flowers. The four big regions of the United Kingdom have their own. The four big regions of the United Kingdom have their own flowers. So England, the rose, Scotland, the thistle, Wales, the daffodil, and Northern Ireland, the shamrock. And sometimes on the nation patron saints' days, the people are wearing these flowers. So all of these four regions have their own patron. England has St. George, and Scotland St. Andrew, Wales St. David, and Northern Ireland St. Patrick, and they all have a day, and on that day they sometimes wear these flowers. So in England, St. George Day, on the 23rd April, the people are wearing sometimes the rose. Scotland, St. Andrew, the 30th November, the thistle, and Wales, the 1st March, St. David, and there it is the daffodil, and in Northern Ireland on the 17th March, the shamrock, St. Patrick. And that is according to the Life in the UK Test Handbook, page 89. It was okay. The important information which is in the title announced, and that the people are searching for, was at the beginning of the whole flowers. Rest was bonus. I'm going to stop the camera. And we look on. We have a little bit more time before we start with shoulder impingement training. If you participate in that is download. Okay, we told all the garden. Cooking and food. So the next thing is cooking and food. We don't have enough time to do cooking and food now, I think, because we might need another take. But we could do the famous British films. We have time for that. Let's do the British films. So the 39 Steps, 1935, so Average Cook, Brief Encounter 45, and The Third Man went 49. Bells of Genials, 45, Frank Londa. Woman in Love, Cameron Russell. Woman in Love, Just Woman in Love. Don't Look Now, Nicholas Serge, Christopher Fire. When the Killing Fields, Roland Jeff. Findings and Funeral, Mike Newell, Natasha Wood, Kevin McDonald. I'm going to start the camera again. And we're going to list some notable British films. And the youngest one is over 20 years old. So again, something which is a bit outdated. Some critically acclaimed movies are, or some important, let's say important is, but I don't know if they're all that critically acclaimed. Some important movies of Britain are, for example, The 39 Steps from the year 1935, and the regie was Sir Alfred Hitchcock. Or Brief Encounter from 1945, and the regie by Sir David Lean. Or in 1949, The Third Man, and that is by Carol Reed. Or 1954, The Bells of St. Trinians by Frank Launder. Or for example, in 1962, Lawrence of Arabia by Sir David Lean. Or also in the 60s, in 1969, Woman in Love by Ken Russell. Or 1973, Don't Look Now by Nicholas REG. Or in 1981, Chariots of Fire, Hugh Hutchins, the regie. In 1984, The Killing Fields. And I thought what was it? The Killing Fields, 1984. Why do I think Chariots of Fire? Chariots of Fire, 1984. 1981. Okay. Important British movies. For example, The 39 Steps, 1935, regie by Sir Alfred Hitchcock. Or Brief Encounter, 1945, Sir David Lean. Or The Third Man, 1949, by Carol Reed. Or The Bells of St. Trinians, 1954, Frank Launder. Lawrence of Arabia, 1962, Sir David Lean again. Or Woman in Love, 1969, Ken Russell. Don't Look Now, 1973, Nicholas REG. Or 1981, Chariots of Fire, Hugh Hutchins. 1984, The Killing Fields, Ronald Jeff. The Killing Fields, Ronald Jeff. Or then in 1994, Four Weddings and a Funeral by Mike Newell. And in 2003, Touching the Void by Kevin MacDonald. And that is according to the Life in UK Test Handbook, page 91. It wasn't completely straight. Whatever part it's Trinians. I just looked at the photo, it was written Trinian, and I said yes for nothing. The Bells of St. Trinians, actually with an S. Rowland Jeff, The Killing Fields. But okay, I'm going to stop the camera. It's not perfect. I said one more. I am going to stop the camera. And we will do now a short and binge training. If you're here to do a video about the traditional foods, you can go directly to the next video. We will do now a short and binge training. If you participate in a short and binge training, that is at your own risk. We're having the legs standing around shoulder wide apart, and we're doing forward shoulder circuits. And we go back with shoulders, up, front, and down. Get back, up, front, and down. And the last time. And now backwards, in front, up, back, and down. And the last one. And more advanced shoulder circuits. Long arms, hands forward to fists. And go as far as you can back with the shoulders. Now try to come further back. Lift the shoulders high up. Try to bring the shoulders high up while you bring them in front. Further in front while you bring them down. Further down while you bring them back. Further back and up. High up and in front. Further in front and down. And the other way around. In front and up. Up and back. Back and down. Down and in front and up. Up and back. And last one, back and down. Next exercise. Legs are standing wide apart. We're going into the knees. Hinge forward. Give straight back. With your arms hang. And pinch the scapulars together with effort. Now make fists. Lift the arms up. Instead, pinch the scapulars together. Lift the arms down. And the scapulars. And the second round. Pinch the scapulars together with effort. Make fists. Lift the arms up and still pinch the scapulars. the arms down, and scatters. Something similar. Into the knees, hinge forward, distinguish round back, let the arms hang, make fists, turn the arms to the inside, lift the arms high up and bring them together. Straighten slowly up, bring the shoulders down and together. So the arms high up and together, shoulders down, together. With effort. And the second round. Into the knees, hinge forward, round back, let the arms hang, make fists, turn the arms to the inside, lift the arms high up and bring them together. Straighten slowly up, bring the shoulders down, together. The arms high up and together. A little longer. Next exercise. Lift the arms up, and all we're doing is to observe what the scapes are doing. So just bring the arms up and observe what the scapes are doing. If this exercise causes pain, then don't do it. One last time. And the arms down again. And the next exercise, similar, arms at the outside, and just the arms in front. And again, just observe what the scapes are doing. And the last time. Now we will lift up. Stable stand, long arms, hands form to fists, bring the shoulders down and together. And turn the arms to the inside, internal rotation. With effort, arms inside, shoulders down, together. And change the arms, arms to the outside, shoulders still down. And change, arms to the inside, shoulders down, together. And change the last time, arms to the outside, shoulders down, together. And something similar, arms at the outside, hands form to fists, a bit in front, and the arms in front, shoulders down, and together. Change the arms, arms back, shoulders up, and in front. And change, arms in front, shoulders down, and together. And change last time, arms back, shoulders up, and in front. Then release. Last exercise with press circle, arms together and to the outside. And again, here just observe what the scapes are doing. The last time. And now we're stretching. One arm in front, shoulder is back and down. Pull the arm in, have flat fingers. Try to relax the arm and carve it back with the shoulder. The shoulder is back and down. Pull the arm in, have flat fingers. Try to relax the arm and carve it back with the shoulder. And the arm. Shoulder is back and down. Pull the arm in. Have flat fingers. Try to relax the arm. Carve it back with the shoulder. I thank you very much, and until the next time.